lockdown browsers. I can live with them. I can live without them. They don't affect my life very much, but I don't like them particularly. Um, Basically, I was taking a test as I do on a lockdown browser because I have some in person classes, but I have two in person, two online this semester. I was taking a test on a lockdown browser, and I was like kind of just out of it. I was loopy. I don't really know why. I didn't really have a reason to be loopy, but I was loopy. So I was I was sitting on my floor, kind of like this. I was like, don't mind the GameCube and the shoes and the clothes. But I was kind of like this. And I was taking my test with like my feet kicking and stuff. Um, and I was like, Professor, and I just kind of rambled to my professor. I do not know. I was looking at me, not the whatever. I don't know my professor, at all. I have no reason to ramble to him because I have no idea anything about him. But because it's an online class. I have no repertoire, you know? And he makes all of his assignments due at 5:30. Get out of here. 11:59 or moot, all right? But I was rambling to him, and I was being like, I'm really tired, Professor, blah, blah, blah. And I started talking about songs I like. I was basically just talking to myself, but in like addressing my professor, if that makes sense. Because I didn't think he would see it, and I was just really bored taking this test. Now, this was a 10 question multiple choice test. A, B, C, and D. Very cut and dry. I, being the smart, lovable, suave guy I am, got an 100% on it. I got every question right. Now, the test was also auto graded. Lockdown browser does it for you. All right, it's auto graded. But I'll stay where I was at. The test is auto graded. So, on Canvas, or whatever, I checked. Yeah, 100%. It auto went in. It was all chill, all good in the hood, as some people say. But today I have a quiz tomorrow in a different class, like in person. So I was gonna go on and see if there's any like study stuff for it, which there isn't. That professor, I hate her. She sucks too. I have a good professor. I have two good professors, two bad ones this semester. And I will admit when a professor is good. I'm not like, they all suck. Some people just aren't good at teaching or don't or do things that get in the way of their otherwise good teaching. And some people are just kind of inept. This is not the case for the evil professor that I'm speaking of. He's not actually evil, but he did an evil act. Does one act make you evil? Depends on how atrocious the act was. So let's see if you think this next thing I'm about to say makes him evil. So basically, I was taking the test. I already said all that. I'm tired right now. This was the kind of thing I was doing on the lockdown browser. It was just kind of rambling like this and not having a single coherent thought. Um, yeah. But I went to check today because I have tested. I was basically just checking Canvas. It doesn't matter why. I was checking Canvas, okay? And then I saw I had like new grades, so I went in. He graded a discussion post, and he also changed my grade from a 100%, which was auto graded. It was a 10 question multiple choice test. It was impossible for me to score any less than 100 if I got all 10 questions right, because that's not how percentages work. But he gave me a 99 out of 100, changed my grade down 1 point, and then posted an announcement that was, try not to talk during test. Let me see what it says. It says, when taking the quizzes, please make sure not to read all or parts of the questions out loud or speak during the quiz. Where is me? Oh, we're so back. So he said that, which was just obviously directed at me, probably, unless other people did it too. But he did it at the same time as changing my grade. And it's like, do I care about this 1%? No. I honestly, no, I don't. But I also kind of do, because what if that like is a big thing in my grade? I already missed one assignment because they're due at 5:30, and I was like waiting for 11:59. So I have a 97 in the class right now because I have. Let me see. I have a 96, a 95, a 99, and 100, and then one I'm going to have a 0 on because I submitted nothing. If I get a 0 on that, what's my grade actually? That turns it into an 80. So that 1 point could be a saving grace. That turns into an 80? I need to talk about that. Maybe I'll sacrifice the 1 point and be like, you can keep the 1 point, but let me submit this late by weeks. Anyway, yeah. So that 1 point could be a saving grace later on. I already said that. But maybe it wouldn't be. So maybe it doesn't matter at all. I don't know. But I kind of want to talk to him about it. But I also don't want to be a nuisance. But I don't. It doesn't matter. Maybe I'll just be a nuisance. Maybe I'll just be annoying. Today I was at Wawa and I felt annoying because I was at Wawa and I always get a strawberry banana smoothie, but apparently there's a recall on strawberry, so they haven't been selling it. So I was like, whatever. What other smoothie options I got? And this time they literally only had a pineapple smoothie. That was the only smoothie they had, was a pineapple smoothie, but one. So I was like, okay, I'll get the pineapple smoothie. I've never had the pineapple smoothie before, but I was like, why not? What's the worst that could happen? I'll get it. So I got the pineapple smoothie. And I went up, I paid for it, and I was waiting, as you do, with my little ticket to get I think I was 647, number 647, and I was waiting to go get my smoothie. Then the smoothie maker, she was fine. The smoothie maker came up and she was like, hey, we're out of pineapple smoothie. So do you want a different drink, or like can I just get you like a refund or whatever? And I was like, yeah, probably the refund, because I didn't want a different drink. I like the smoothies. So if they had another flavor of smoothie, I would have gone for it, but they didn't. So I went up to get my refund. I paid with a gift card, I guess. So that's important to know. It's not that important. This story is not that important. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm kind of rambling still. But I went up. I paid. The lady said the thing with the smoothie. I went to the front desk to go get my refund. Then the dude there or whatever was like, oh, let me just get my manager, and was kind of just waiting. And there were other people like in line behind me, and I was like, they can just go ahead of me. And he was like, oh, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. So I let the other people go, and then like their manager came out of the back, and was like, oh, you're the one who ordered the pineapple smoothie? And I was like, yeah. It's like, sorry for any trouble. And she was like, no, it's someone else, blah blah. And it was literally just us going back and forth saying sorry to each other. Like, I don't know. It's because I'm really bad at like letting people like do stuff for me, I think, especially if I don't know them. So yeah, I just said sorry a bunch of times, and they're like, no, like it's on us, like sorry, blah blah. So it was like a sorry competition over you, and I was winning. Thank you very much. But then my panini was ready, so I got my panini and left. And there's not really any more to that story, so I don't know why I told it. I asked 2 more people if they're the best that they ever were at anything. And one of them said yes at everything they are, except for one thing. One thing. I don't know why. I forgot what it was, but it was like, yeah, except for one thing. And it's like, okay, dude, sure. And I believe that he thinks that. I think good for him. And then this other girl, she was like, no to almost everything except for maybe like my hobbies that you just naturally get better at, which I agree with to an extent. That's like what I said about the guitar thing. And then this other girl, she was like, I think I'm better. I think she said, I don't know. She said she was better at something, but she never said anything she was worse at. She just said something that she thought she was better at, but she never said yes or no, like in general, which I guess I didn't ask in general. So on me. This is a really bad video. I'm going.